Can you repeat, please?
Sure. I'm streaming it now on the platform. So whenever you're ready to go, please.
Okay. Okay. So I'm waiting for Redman. I don't see him. Dan Badowski, I see you. And Sotomayor.
I'm in Belgium now. I'm doing a postdoc here in Belgium, and I work on a bit of Coptic and a bit of Syrian manuscripts. So I'm interested in paleography.
Yes. Okay. And Redman, now I see you, Redman.
I'm here in Breda, in the Netherlands.
Yes.
And I'm here because I saw it on Twitter and I thought it was a cool alphabet, which I saw more about lately. And I want to know more about it. So, very curious to see.
So I want to present also myself. I'm a visual artist and calligrapher. As I told you, I have studied at the School of Fine Arts and Decorative Arts in Paris. Now I am in Greece. I'm working as a visual artist. I have taken up exhibitions. But in parallel, I like a lot to, let's say, it's not exactly calligraphy. What I like is copying the ancient manuscripts. I like to discover the analogies and the charm, the letters in various stages of evolution. So I am teaching at the Nike Museum some lessons about the Greek script, beginning from the 4th century, and also the Coptic script, but just the letters. It's only how we can see the letters and how can we repeat them, and how can we copy them the best way. So I will be, let me explain you, I need some people that are coming now. So today I was thinking we have to begin with the tools of the writing, because this is an ancient writing, and of course we cannot write it correctly or have the same sensation with the modern tools. So I will try to make the sound a little bit higher. But yes. Okay. Is it okay now? Is it okay now, the sound?
We can hear you just fine.
But I don't hear you at all.
Yes, it sounds fine.
It's okay, it's okay. So, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody's nodding their head, yeah.
Yes. And we have also Solange and Dima and more people I see. No, that's all. And Joel Peter. So I will show you some tools I have here. Are you know about Arabic calligraphy and how we write it? No, because
Enlighten us, Irini.
huh?
Enlighten us.
Yes. So this is the tool for the Arabic calligraphy. This is a kalam, let me say. Huh? This is a reed, a special reed, harder than the normal reed. And can you see it? Huh? So it was like that, or and then we take a knife and we cut it and we put all this from all the sides, and you have this kind of tool. But to write the Coptic calligraphy, we need a tool not with a wide edge like that, like this here, but we need a tool with a point. This is much better, and this is more what we need to write this script. So you see, this is also a read, and in a way we do it like that, and we can obtain this kind of point. So a very easy way is to find whatever of a read. I mean, the most common read you can have. These are common reads, totally common reads, and you just take the knife and you are doing like that. You see? And then you have to make it the thinner, as thin as possible. Do you see it well? I don't know if you can see it because I can't see myself.
We can see fine, I think.
Okay. So we are doing like that. And every time, at every moment, we have time in the module of ink. I will show you how to make your ink. And we have to dry it here. And then we have to make some lines. And see how it works. It can be a little bit wider, it can be a little bit thinner, it depends of us also, because as you know better than me, there are a lot of kind of manuscripts. I mean, a lot of copyists, a lot of people who were writing them, and besides the fact that on the Coptic writing is a character, the character of the copyist is also evident in every manuscript. So this is the read. We have the read. And then we need the ink. The ink, I make it with walnut. There is a kind of, it's vegetal, it's naturally. It comes from nuts, so it's a walnut ink, and it's you can do it with walnut, you can do it with Indian ink, or you can work with something like let's say a dark ink, whatever, any mark. But these are more beautiful because they are not very homogenized, and it's natural, and the touch is natural, and the final sense of the script is much more satisfying. So you have the ink and you while you read your walnut in form of say that, like a powder. It's like a dark powder. And then you add water and you have your ink. For the Arabic calligraphy, we add some very little quantity of Arabic gum. Arabic gum is a resin of the tree, so it makes it a little bit more consistent, more thicker. So you have the ink. You can do it also with Indian ink diluting, not completely coming out from the bottom, because coming out of the bottom is very heavy, and this is not the feeling we have when we are reading the manuscripts, the manuscripts of Coptic and Old Nubian scripts. So we have the inks, and now we must think about the paper. The paper you need is any paper. I will give you the list.
Irini,
No.
can we interrupt and ask questions?
Yes, of course.
What about suit?
Soup? What is soup?
Από τη φωτιά.
Ah, yes.
Cup.
That's an old way. We call it the lamp ink, the lamp, black lamp ink, and this is the outer soup of a kitchen or something else object that takes the fire, and it creates a kind of black velvet powder who is stuck on it, and then we can take it, we can dilute it with water, and we can add also the Arabic gum. This is the older way of making the ink. But if I say the walnut, is because the walnut you can find it easily in the market, and it's also something very natural and easy to do. To do the ink with walnut, you put, for instance, 2 cups of ink, 2 cups of powder in a small bottle of water. This is the quantity, about half a liter, and you can have half a liter of ink. So it's not very expensive. It's easy to find. And yes, this is the ink. But when you will put your ink in the small bottle, you have to add, before you use it, 1 or 2 small pieces of sponge. Done. The sponge, you see that the sponge is on the surface, it's full of ink, and the ink is on the bottom, because when you put your instrument in, it goes out without having a lot of charge of it. Otherwise, if you have some ink more, and maybe you can spoil your sheet of paper, and that's not it. It's not the right quantity of ink. Otherwise, yes, no, that's the best. For Arabic calligraphy, we have silk threads. This is also the more traditional way of making the ink, not very thin, and to be more easy to work with. So then after, I would ask you to find the paper that's for the first lesson. I just tell you what you must have for the next time. And this is you need a paper that's not very absorbent, because absorbent paper will take all the ink in and it will make some fusions. So you need a paper that is a little bit satine. We say satine. It's not it's not
Shiny.
it's not shiny, but it's not matte. It's in the middle. This is the best paper. But if you take just a notebook, and in the beginning, I would like you to have this kind of notebook because it's easier to write in. And this notebook is okay. I think most of the notebooks are good for the ink of the calligraphy. Most of them. Sometimes we have some that are not very good, but I think the most of them they are okay. So then we would have to work in the beginning in this grid paper, because otherwise you have to make you have to take a white paper and then make lines here for half a millimeter, for instance, and make with your pencil a lot of lines, and then we will write with the lines. This is another way if you don't find this kind of note. But this is easier because you have nothing to do and you are just concentrating on your writing. That's for the practical part of the Coptic calligraphy. So I was attracted the Coptic calligraphy because I don't know the language. I'm not studying Coptic because there are the 24 letters of the Greek alphabet. So for me, the most of the part is known, and I also know where it comes from and how the evolution after. So it was easy the approach. In the Coptic calligraphy, you have the 24 letters of the Greek alphabet plus the 7 letters of the mnemonic Egyptian. And the next step is to see how all these letters work together. So I don't like to work with letters separately. I think letters are always in comparison with each other. I mean, they are together, they are forming a whole, which is the text, and we cannot examine each letter alone. So next time we will begin writing, but before writing, I will send you some. Documents so you will have to see more details. I will send you. Well, before I send you the useful ones, we can have just a look on this beautiful files. But we can see together, I think. You have to see it alone, isn't it? Well, I will send you.
Irene, you could, if you wish, share your screen.
Okay. Share my screen.
Depends on whether you want us to see some of the things that you'll be doing or just see the image. But having the image is absolutely great. Thanks.
Yes, I think so. So I will try. Θα πατήσω multiple participants can share simultaneously. Ναι.
Πρέπει να το στείλει σε όλους. Μέχρι στιγμής το στέλνει μόνο σε μένα.
Okay, that's it. So now it must be that. And I think I cannot do it now. Maybe I have to do it next time. I will try to do it next time. So I will send you now. But you cannot see it, isn't it? This is, do you see them? Do you receive them?
Όχι, γιατί το στέλνεις μόνο σε μένα. You send it only to me. You have to click the...
Okay. I have to click. It's from my computer. This is chat. So I sent it on. Maybe is it? Maybe I have to make a Dropbox and share it with you all, isn't it? No?
Irene, in your chat, you can find that it says to you where you're writing your message. It gives above the name of the person you're writing to. So there's a click option.
Everyone.
And then you
Perfect.
go.
Yes, that's it. Okay. So I begin from the beginning. I send all of them. So this is a Codex Massalianus on which we will work next time. This is a detail of it. You need it. I would like you to have copied them tomorrow for the next workshop because we will work with them. some letters. Το πρωτογράμματα, πώς το
Initial manuscripts.
Initial manuscripts, yes. Some initial manuscripts. Initial manuscripts. All and so we can see them all together. But I'll try next time to do it better. So I will send you also the list of the materials. And I think I don't need to send you the links I normally use in my workshops because I am working with people that are not specialists in copywriting, but you know all of that, so it's not necessary for you to send them. Are people in this meeting who are not studying the copywriting? Probably not. So I don't. So this is the first material I share with you to be prepared for the next time, so we can write it together. And yes, how about tools? How can you find something like that? Because I can help you with other methods if you don't have a reed or a bamboo or something like that. Do you have something like that? No. I am in the countryside, so for me it's very easy, but you are in towns. And the other solution is to take a twig of a tree, and then I will show you how to work, how to make it right. Huh? Don't hear from the other people. If they can have it or not. If there is nothing like that, we will work with the pencil. But the pencil not very hard. I would like something like 2B or 3B pencil and more sensible pencil. It's okay also. It's not the same feeling. It's not the same result, but we can start with the letters.
I have a question.
Yes.
So it just dawned on me, I can get bamboo here in Washington, D.C. Does it matter how thick the branch is? Is there a preference?
Yeah, branch is okay. I prefer branch than pencil, but pencil is the last thing I could think. It's just the study. But if you have the branch or something natural, we can see together the way we take the ink from the board. You can have the feeling of writing much better. So it's important. It's important also for the final image, the final result. But I know it's difficult in the cities. So let's see. Do you have in front of you? Can you see on your computer the letters, the files I sent you?
Yes, I can.
You can?
Codex Marcellianus.
Yes, Marcellianus. And so you can see that there are very small, very thin letters and very large letters. This is an uncial writing, but in uncial writing almost all the letters are the same. Here we have the letters, some are very big, very wet, wet, and some
Wide.
are wide, very wide, and some are very thin. But the whole thing has a very nice harmony, and this is the characteristic of this script. So I see here somebody asked me, let me check, to talk you about the writing style involved in the time. Is it initially sometimes have more contrast between thick and thick strokes, but I have noticed that Nubian has less stroke contrast, for example, than earlier Coptic. Yes, I understand what you say, that normally the uncial is round, is more round, is more
Homogen.
homogen, and we have the thin side and the white side. So I think that the Coptic script comes directly from the image of the Coptic script from papyrus and from the writing of the papyrus. You know, we say the papyrus writing, but I don't know exactly how to. This is from the Hellenistic period, and it finishes up to 300 C. Common Era. I don't know if you know these manuscripts. It's more like that than Uncial. I don't know if you are in. If you can follow my thinking, but formally I see it deriving from the papyrus scripts, which are more. They are all thin and they don't have so much contrast on their forms. About the evolution of the script, maybe you know better. I mean, for me, as a visual artist and calligrapher, every manuscript has its own character, and in every manuscript we can distinguish some details that are very interesting in the visual way, but I cannot say how if there is an evolution in the form. I think there are more evolution in not evolution but different styles of writing. This is also, I think, for the Old Nubian. Old Nubian we have some manuscripts that extremely fine and beautiful, and yes, and some others that are a little bit more taste, or the writer was not very interesting to make just a beautiful manuscript, but maybe it was his purpose was to write down something very important, like it's religious or something administrative or so. If, do you want me to? Do you want to? Do you have the timing when it begins, when it finishes, and the timing also of the Old Nubian, or I can send it to you, or I can make a diagram about all that? diagram about the mixing of the scripts? Okay. I will wait for you for next time, because if we tell it just like that, I think it's not easy to retain, because we have, huh?
Do you mind if I ask? Sorry, do you think that Old Nubian, like the style in which it was written, is influenced by the fact that Coptic was written on papyrus, even though Old Nubian might not have been written on papyrus very much? Was that fact that so the kind of relationship there affected the style of writing of Old Nubian?
I think yes, because Old Nubian followed the style of the Coptic script, which is a script we see comes from the papyrus manuscripts. So I think just it was just a limitation. But if you see the same script written on parchment, which are some we have some manuscript written in parchment, it's not exactly the same. I mean, parchment is taking the ink is more permeable, and the lines are not so fine as they are on the papyrus. Well, I think so. I think so. Do you have any other question about materials and inks and paper? Can you all find square grid paper? Is it easy? If not, you have to do lines on white paper like that, with the distance of 5 millimeters for each line, which is the place for the body of the word, of the letter. The body of the letter is the part of the letter between the two lines. Between here and here, between the two lines, this is the body of the word. And we have the lines that coming down and the lines that go up. But the body of the word, of the letter, must be of 5 millimeters, half centimeter. Is it okay? And if I say that the square grid is at the same dimension, that's why I prefer that. It's easier. Any other questions? Because I think that the time will be over.
Did you see there is a question from Dima about sharing the documents that you send on social media pages of Nubia Fest?
Huh? I don't.
There is a question by Dima right above the one
Yes.
by Joel. May we share these documents on Nubia Fest 2020 social media pages for this tuning in?
Yes, of course. Yeah. It's the pages, the documents I use for my workshop, so I keep them.
Thanks.
Any other questions? Do you think that tomorrow you will be able to write something? You will have all the material with you?
I think maybe trying to get the ink will be more difficult, but I will look and see. In the United States, it's still such a mess with COVID that I don't want to be moving around to a bunch of stores.
Are you locked down or not?
It's just a mess. There's no sort of official ruling that. But my choice not to sort of be out in public much because they're idiots.
Yes, you're right. Do you have any gouache or any other ink like gouache? You know what it is? Indian ink?
Mm.
No, no. Of course, you can do. There is a method. This is very. I mean, it takes time. It's the black lamp oil. I will send it to you. And this method will have a spoon and will have a candle. And you put the spoon on the candle, and then you have the black uh, thing coming from the smoke, and you take it out, you put it in a bowl, you continue, you have the black thing, you take it out, you put it in the bowl, you continue, and then if you have enough, just enough, you put just a little bit of water and just a little bit of honey, and you have a perfect thing.
Oh.
This is the ancient way of making the ink.
Oh.
So, I believe if you want to try that, I have a video, and if you send me your mail, or maybe I can put it here. The video.
Okay. Yes, thank you.
I will try to do it now. Huh? Just a minute. But can you send me your mail? I will send it to you. Or, is an artist working in Arabic calligraphy that concerns the very comprehensive resources Yes, of course, we are interested. He's an artist working in Arabic calligraphy that himself a very comprehensive resource on making natural links from items which are commonly available. I will find the link and okay. Do everybody see what we are sharing here? Okay. Sorry, I can't find it. I'm sorry. I will find it for you tomorrow. Huh? Okay. So,
I'm off into the park hunting for bamboo.
but maybe maybe in the flower shops, sometimes they have bamboo.
No, really, it's growing all over the place in this neighborhood. So that'll be a nice walk. Woods. Thank you.
If you find it, try to find the not a very green one, but something more, more yellow because it's drier. If it's
Okay.
too, yes, and if it's drier, it absorbs better the ink. That's why. And yes, we will do it together.
Okay.
Yes, so everybody I think can find some links or bamboo in garden centers. Yes, I'm trying to says. Okay. Well, so I will meet tomorrow at the same hour and right.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Nasa ka lang, Irene.
Thank you so much, Irene.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There. And hopefully
Alispera.
Espera.
Bye bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Thank you. Okay, welcome back. Thank you, Miss Irene, for teaching us. And again, the materials that you will be needing for the next class are bamboo. We'll get a material list for you guys, for you folks. And we will also get the instructions on how she said we can make ink step by step. Stay tuned. Next on the calendar is going to be Introduction to Old Nubian Nouns at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, so in about 2 hours, give or take. And then we will finish off the day with B for Bridge, being the bridge between academia and community. All right? Afialago.